Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure, and you might be wondering why I'm kind of showing you a fire extinguisher. One of the guys that I really watched almost all the time and occasionally drop by to see what he's up to is tommartyn. He's out in Pennsylvania, and he's got kind of a nice collection of Honda stuff, and he used to romp around on Boland's tractors. He and his buddies, they have a good time together doing all this wonderful stuff. And what he was doing was he was working on a carburetor rebuild before the snow set in. I guess it was this last storm. It happened just recently. And he was using a generator and an electric heater. And I think, I'm not positive, but I think he was rebuilding that carburetor inside a motorhome that he has. And he was using the electric heater to stay warm in there. When he closed the door on the electric heater, because he mentioned a door damaged the extension cord. And he said he heard the generator kind of overloading and doing some weird stuff, and then it would go back to normal and back and forth and back and forth. And he said eventually the generator shut down on him. And when he went out to look at, what the heck is going on here, he realized that the generator was on fire. He did not have a fire extinguisher available. So, what are you doing? There was no snow on the ground, or it didn't appear as if there was any snow on the ground where he was. So, he did his best to try to shut down the air supply the best he could, but it got away from him, and then I guess the gas tank ripped. And then, from there the fire continued. Unfortunately, picture a tent-type structure like I have here, with many of your Honda things, engines, spare parts for Hondas and other projects, all, lying nicely on the shelves. You set it ablaze, and then you have the firemen come in and, wash it off with, I don't know what pressure their water shoots out at, but, basically everything wet and burned and gone. So, I'd like to separate this into two things. First of all, go check out tommartyn, and let him know that we're supporting him and we're sorry for his loss. If anybody has a project that they'd like to move on, contact him, and maybe give him a deal on it, or however one wants to work it. I'm not going to tell you how to deal with helping somebody else out, just as I don't want anybody to tell me how to deal with helping anybody else out. But even just going by and watching his videos and wishing him some support helps him, because his YouTube revenue will give him some money to go buy some new toys. So, go by and check him out. So that's first of all. And second of all, from a learning point of view, please have a fire extinguisher somewhere handy, right? I mean, oh my God, for the lack of a fire extinguisher, his loss was tremendous, right? For $20, you could go and buy yourself a nice kitty ABC fire extinguisher, and take care of yourself. So that's first of all. Second of all, he had an electrical situation which really kind of would have surprised me. An electric heater in a camper, it should have been safe. It was kind of a little bit of a freak situation that the generator didn't overload, pop a breaker, and shut itself down. It was weird that the generator decided to torch itself. I don't know if he had something bypassed there, or if because it was overloading and not over and over and over again, or if perhaps there was a mouse that built something in there, and the overloading and not set a mouse nest on fire, and then gradually the fire built up until You had all kinds of trouble from there. Mice love enclosures. They seem to really love building in my yellow snowblower. I think I got another mouse nest in there already. So I don't know what it is for certain things. They just love to be there. Depending on the kind of material they made the insulation on your generator, it attracts mice. They like to go in there and kind of nest and chew on it and all that. So they might have done enough damage to cause a fire, but not enough damage to knock down the functionality on the generator. I mean, I'm speculating, obviously, but just be aware of that. I have not lit my mushroom heater this year because look what's all around it. Right, I mean, between that motor, which might have gas in it, that propane cylinder, right, and all that cardboard there, if I lit that, I'd be begging for a problem, right? I go outside for 1 minute to test out one of these things to see how well it runs, and I come back to, you know, the heat of the sun when my garage is going up. So, you know, think about what you're up to, especially with the fire and all of that. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go with another video on that topic, heating the garage. So anyway, go check out Tom Martin. I'll put a link, you know, down below. And, you know, cool guy, a lot of romping videos. They like to romp these three-wheelers in water. They got a stream that they go romping in. I mean, really cool guy, really cool videos. You know, go check him out, please. And, you know, wish him your best as well as mine. Anyway, be safe. I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch, comment, and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and don't fall on the ice. Bye now.